Imagine the roar of colossal machines echoing through vast, shadowy halls, where rivers of molten chocolate surge like liquid fire, and clouds of cream whip into submission under the relentless gaze of steel titans. This isn't just baking, it's a symphony of chaos and control, a hidden warzone where raw cocoa beans and fresh dairy clash in an epic transformation. Welcome to the forbidden heart of the chocolate and cream cake factory, where every second is a pulse-pounding race against decay, where perfection isn't requested, it's demanded. Buckle up, because we're diving deep into the belly of the beast, revealing secrets that will make your mouth water and your heart race. From the first crack of dawn to the final glossy sheen, this is the untold story of how humble ingredients become legendary indulgences. Hit play, and let's unleash the storm. The factory awakens before the sun dares to rise, its massive doors groaning open like the jaws of a mechanical dragon. Inside, the air hums with anticipation, thick with the scent of anticipation, sweet, earthy cocoa mingling with the crisp bite of vanilla. Workers, clad in pristine white armor, step into this arena, their faces set with determination. They scrub down, gloving up, masks snapping into place, because in this world, one speck of impurity could spell disaster. But oh, the stakes are high, billions of cravings depend on their vigilance. As the lights flicker on, illuminating endless corridors of stainless steel, the first machines stir to life with a low, menacing growl. Conveyor belts stretch out like serpents, coiling through the labyrinth, ready to carry their precious cargo into battle. It all begins with the raw harvest, the cocoa beans, plucked from distant jungles where vines twist under tropical suns. Trucks rumble in, dumping mountains of these rugged pods into hoppers that vibrate with raw power. The beans tumble down, sorted by size and quality in a whirlwind of automation. Lasers scan them, rejecting the imperfect with ruthless precision, zap, gone, into the reject bin. The survivors? They're roasted in colossal ovens, flames licking at their shells, temperatures soaring to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Can you feel the heat blasting through the vents? The aroma explodes, transforming bitter beans into the deep, seductive essence of chocolate. But time is the enemy here, linger too long, and the beans burn, ruining batches worth thousands. Workers monitor gauges like captains in a storm, adjusting dials with split-second decisions. One wrong move, and the entire line grinds to a halt. Now, the roasted beans are cracked open, shells shattered by pounding hammers that echo like thunderclaps. Winnowing machines whirl, separating the nibs from the chaff in a cyclone of air. These nibs, the heart of chocolate, are ground into a paste under grinding stones that spin at blistering speeds. Friction builds, heat rises, and suddenly, liquor. Thick, velvety chocolate liquor flows out, a river of pure temptation. But it's not sweet yet, it's raw, intense, waiting for its partners in crime. Sugar crystals cascade in from towering silos, measured to the gram by robotic arms that never tire. Vanilla pods, slit open to reveal their fragrant seeds, join the fray, infusing the mix with exotic whispers. And then, the cream, fresh from dairy farms, pasteurized in vats where steam billows like fog on a battlefield. It's whipped, churned, stabilized with emulsifiers to hold its form against the onslaught of time. The alchemy intensifies as the chocolate liquor meets its match. In massive conching machines, behemoths with rotating arms that knead and aerate, the mixture is refined for hours, sometimes days. The conch grinds away rough edges, smoothing the chocolate into silk while volatile acids evaporate, leaving behind that melt-in-your-mouth magic. Temperatures hover at a precise 120 degrees, too hot, and it scorches, too cool, and it clumps. Engineers prowl the floor, eyes glued to screens flashing data, pH levels, viscosity, particle size. One anomaly, and alarms blare, halting the flow. But when it's right? Oh, it's euphoric. The chocolate emerges glossy, ready to be tempered, heated, cooled, reheated in a delicate dance that crystallizes it perfectly. Watch as it pours over cooling tunnels, solidifying into bars or molded shapes, but here, it's destined for greater things, the cake. Shift gears now to the batter assembly line, where the cake's foundation is forged. Flour sifts down from overhead bins like snow in a blizzard, precisely weighed to avoid the slightest imbalance. Eggs, millions of them, arrive in crates, cracked by suction arms that mimic human gentleness but outpace any mortal. Yolks separate from whites in a blur of motion, whites whipped into stiff peaks in mixers that spin at 500 revolutions per minute. Incorporating air for that fluffy rise. Sugar dissolves into the yolks, beaten until pale and creamy, while melted butter or oil streams in, emulsifying everything into a golden elixir. The chocolate, now in liquid form again, folds in with the cream, creating a batter so rich it gleams under the lights. Giant mixers, paddles as big as oars, churn it all together, slow at first to build emulsion, then faster, whipping in air until it's aerated perfection. But beware, overmix, and gluten toughens, undermix, and pockets of unmelded ingredients lurk like hidden flaws. The batter surges forward on conveyor belts that snake through the factory like veins in a living machine. It pours into molds, thousands at a time, greased by sprayers that mist with surgical accuracy. Into the ovens they go, massive tunnels where heat zones vary, hot at the entrance to kickstart the rise, cooler in the middle for even baking, scorching at the end for that golden crust. Flames roar beneath, gas jets hissing, temperatures climbing to 350 degrees. Inside, the magic happens, baking soda reacts, bubbles expand, trapping air in a lattice of crumb. But the clock ticks mercilessly, 1 minute over, and the cakes dry out, under, and they're gooey disasters. Sensors probe the cores, relaying data to computers that adjust on the fly. Emerging from the inferno, the cakes steam, their aroma a siren call that could drive anyone mad with hunger. Cooling racks await, fans blasting Arctic air to halt the cooking process dead in its tracks. The cakes contract slightly, easing from their molds with a satisfying pop, flipped onto belts by robotic flippers. Now, the slicing, automated blades, sharper than any chef's knife, descend like guillotines, dividing each cake into pristine layers, 2, 3, 4, depending on the design. Precision is key, uneven slices mean unstable stacks, and in this high-stakes game, collapse isn't an option. The layers travel onward, inspected by cameras that detect cracks or burns, ejecting rejects with pneumatic puffs. Enter the cream realm, where dairy dreams are whipped into reality. Cream arrives chilled, pumped into vats where it's pasteurized again for safety, heated to 161 degrees for exactly 15 seconds, then flash-cooled to preserve freshness. Stabilizers and flavors mix in, vanilla extract, perhaps a hint of coffee or fruit essence for variety. Whipping machines activate, beaters rotating at dizzying speeds, incorporating air until the cream doubles in volume, peaks stiff and glossy. But here's the thrill, add sugar too soon, and it deflates, too late, and it grains. Chocolate variants get an infusion of melted cocoa, turning the white fluff into a mocha masterpiece. Pipes pump this cream into reservoirs, ready for deployment. Assembly begins, the climax of this industrial epic. Layers align on turntables, spinning slowly as nozzles extrude cream in even spirals, building height with each rotation. Robotic arms, programmed with AI precision, place the next layer atop, pressing just enough to bond without squishing. For chocolate and cream cakes, it's a layering frenzy, chocolate sponge, vanilla cream, another sponge, chocolate ganache drizzle, more cream swirled on top. Decorations rain down, chocolate shavings from grating machines, piped rosettes from automated guns that mimic master pastry chefs. Nuts or fruits embed at exact intervals, ensuring every slice is a balanced symphony. But suspense builds in the enrobing station. Cakes parade under waterfalls of molten chocolate, cascading from above in a glossy torrent. The excess shakes off on vibrating belts, leaving a flawless coat. Cream accents pipe on, forming borders, flowers, messages for custom orders. Lasers etch designs if needed, or arms dip into colored icings for artistic flair. Quality control looms, X-ray scanners peer inside for voids, weight scales confirm uniformity, human tasters, yes, the lucky few, sample for flavor perfection. One off note, and the batch reroutes to rework or waste. Packaging seals the deal, a final burst of speed. Cakes slide into boxes, wrapped in film that whooshes air out to extend shelf life. Labels slap on with adhesive guns, barcodes scanned for traceability. Conveyor rivers converge, sorting by destination, supermarkets, bakeries, global exports. Trucks load up under floodlights, engines revving as they haul away these edible treasures into the night. Yet, beneath the machinery's roar lies human ingenuity, the engineers tweaking algorithms, the workers overriding jams with quick hands, the scientists innovating against spoilage. This factory isn't cold, it's alive with passion, where fire tempers steel, speed defies time, and precision births joy. From bean to bite, it's a journey of transformation, a hidden world where chocolate and cream unite in creamy, decadent harmony. As the last cake vanishes into the dawn, remember, next time you slice into that perfect piece, you're tasting victory in a battle you never knew was fought. If this glimpse into the sweet inferno thrilled you, smash that like button, subscribe for more factory odysseys, and drop a comment. What's your ultimate chocolate cream dream? Until next time, keep craving the extraordinary.